Welcome to SSU TV. My name is Abraham DeWeese. With us is Matthew Page. Both of us are here today to talk a little bit about Mariners baseball. And I know, I know the first half of the season hasn't been the world's greatest.
Wow.
But we're going to cover a little bit about the Tiger series, the Angel series, a little bit about Cano and Iwakuma, and maybe a little bit about the All-Star game as well. Well, let's get right into it. The Motor City Kitties. We had a nice little series. By nice, I mean we lost most of the time.
We did, unfortunately.
Nice for the other team's fans.
It was tough as the bullpen just dropped the ball.
Well, that's been a problem all year, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has been a little. The inconsistency has been a problem, but this one specifically, it was two particular pitchers that were just brought up.
Well, okay, so who are the pitchers that were really the problem? Who?
Well, I'm going to absolutely butcher his last name, but it's Guape and Michael. I'm sorry, I'm butchering his name. Guape.
So he won't be on the big league team for a while.
Not going to be on this team anymore anyway. And David Rollins, who was the Rule 5 draft pick that we had. He went on the DL for a long time.
What's a Rule 5 pick?
The Rule 5 draft is a small sub-draft that we do during the winter meetings where a team will grab a player that's unprotected that's not on the 40-man roster of another team.
Okay.
And as long as you keep him on your active 25-man roster, you get to keep the player. But the player has to be on your 25-man roster or a DL spot for the entire duration of the year.
So this is basically a way for the major leagues to prevent you from holding on to good talent and keeping them down in the minor leagues, right?
Absolutely.
So if the Yankees had all these great talents and they just decided, we're just going to shove them into the minor leagues, this is a way for a really talented player to come up into a different system.
Yeah, it makes
as long as he gets playing time.
As long as he gets playing time.
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. If we didn't play him, or if we cut him for any reason, he would have to go back to the team he came from, which I'm not sure. Was it from the Marlins? I'm not sure where he's from, to be honest.
Me neither. But he didn't do that well, so we may not have to know.
He may not stick around.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Well, this was uncharacteristic though, because it wasn't just the bullpen that got pounded. It was also the starters.
It was the starting pitching. The starting pitching took the 3 games off. It was kind of sad. They just fell apart. They really just fell apart. And the other side was that we actually scored runs.
Wait, we had offense?
We scored 16 runs over 3 games.
Hold the presses. We scored 16 runs.
Yeah,
in 3 games?
but the Kitties scored like 25 or something crazy, so it didn't really matter.
I'm not a science major, but I do declare that seems to be a little bit off.
A little bit, yes.
Okay, well, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and
Greater
Orange County and Ventura
and San Luis Obispo.
They came into town and we split with them.
Yeah, and you kind of have to feel a little bit good about that.
Do you really?
You kind of, at this point of the season, splitting a series with the division-leading Angels, you kind of have to go, okay, at least we split it with them.
The division-leading Angels?
Yes.
So that means Houston.
No, wait, that's right. They're not the division leading. They're in second.
They're second, yeah.
They're right behind.
Okay, you had me confused
sorry,
there for a second.
That's my mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize. They're in second, but splitting a series with a team that is most likely going to the playoffs, in my opinion, it shows that we do have something left in the tank. We do have some talent on our roster. We can apply it when need be.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this, Matt. You're the managing baseball editor. You're the man who knows all about the Mariners. What the heck happened to Taijuan Walker today?
He was overdue.
Okay.
It's that simple. Even the best pitchers. Remember Felix had a one out outing against the Astros earlier this season.
That's true.
He's still Felix. He's still the king. He's still going to the All-Star game. Even the best pitchers don't have control from day to day. It's one of those things. It's some days you have it and some days you don't. Some days you wake up and you have a perfect game, and some days you wake up and you let up 9 runs.
You know what? I forgot to ask you your SSU man of the series for the Tigers.
The Tigers was Robinson Cano.
Okay, great. He
Robinson Cano,
had a bounce back series.
You know, we had the news of his illness, which we'll get to a little bit later, I believe. But when we heard that, and then he came out in that Detroit series, and he played very well, and hit at least one home run on the series, and he impressed us. He's starting to show that maybe he's putting it behind him.
Okay, great. Your man of the series for the Angels.
The Angels, I have to go with Hisashi Iwakuma.
What did he pull off yesterday? That's a loaded question. I know exactly what he did.
He did 8 innings. He let up 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks, and here's the kicker: 0 runs.
My God!
Shut him down.
After getting shelled on, what was it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
To come back from that, or Monday. It was Monday. He got back from injury, got shelled, but this is a pro.
He shook off his rust. He needed to shake off some rust and get going again, and that's what he did.
My God, what a great performance by him. Just to recap on what happened Monday. Okay, he got hit for 8 hits, right? He got 8 hits and 5 runs, and basically run off in 5 innings.
Yeah, and 4 of those hits were home runs. So really, it was just he was vulnerable to the long ball. He was missing his targets just a little bit.
He's putting them way over the plate.
Yeah.
Needs to nibble at the edges like he normally does.
And he addressed that with gusto last night and Saturday.
Your SSU man of the series for the Tigers game was Robinson Cano. We got word this week that Cano had a parasite last year.
Yeah.
This year. No, last year.
Well, last year
in August,
and leading into this year.
He had a parasite. He got rid of that. And this year still has the acid reflux that's left over from that.
He's still impacted by it. It's still hurting him. My question is, what's in the water in the clubhouse? Did he get the same thing Gutierrez has? What are we serving these guys?
I don't know. Lincoln's had it for years. Whatever's impacted his performance. Howard Lincoln. By the way, there is a great article that you wrote, sir, on the SeattleSideUp.com website. It's
shamelessly promoting you.
I'm shamelessly promoting you. Yes, you wrote an article, a letter. It was not an article. It was a letter to Howard Lincoln,
CEO of the Seattle Mariners.
Go to our website, check it out. Look for letter to the Mariners.
Yeah, Seattle Mariners letter to the CEO.
Yeah, it was a great article. Wonderful. You should submit that. You should submit that to Seattle Times or somebody out there that'll get the word to him directly.
I think he's implying we're not a real news source, so I should submit it to someone else.
No, I'm implying you should get it out there, like skywrite it. Like, that airplane that's doing like the Geico banner. You should replace the Geico banner with Matt Page hates Howard Lincoln. And just it'll fly all around Seattle. Anyway, let's get back to Robinson Cano. That was just a sidebar. Please do go to our site, not Seattle Times. Those guys, we have nothing.
Moving on.
But Cano, he had what? He was not doing very well with the 248 average as of last week. Only 5 home runs. This issue with the parasite and the acid reflux, also his grandfather died. It changes my opinion of him just a little bit in that I'm willing to give him a little more leeway.
Absolutely.
I had called him out, actually, in my On Notice series. I called him out and told him I'm tired of his crap.
Yeah.
I'm tired of his really poor play. But I give him a little bit more leeway.
He's a real guy. He's impacted by real issues in his life. Real life happens.
It does. It does. But get back on it. Second half of the season, Cano, get the light under your seat there.
We're watching you.
Let's go to the All-Star game here. So we had 2 Mariners selected to the All-Star game. We had Felix Hernandez and Nelson Cruz.
Good. That's all very good. I mean, those are the 2 that we have that deserve to go, to be honest.
Anybody on the Mariners snubbed that you felt should have gone?
Not really, no.
No, okay. Maybe I was thinking maybe Seager. He's had a solid season. But
not this year. No, he hasn't been all-star. He's been solid. He's been reliable.
Okay.
But he hasn't broken quite into all-star level.
Okay, so the Kansas City Royals got 4 players on the starting roster.
That just shows how devoted their fans are, how excited their fan base is, and their stuff in the ballot boxes. And
do you have a problem with that?
I do not have a problem with that at all.
I don't have a problem with it either. I don't know why people are worried about that.
It's democracy in action. That's what the league set it up to be, and that's what it is.
Okay, so one guy I got to call out there and just
yeah.
say congratulations to, and that's AJ Burnett, 38-year-old, never has been named to the All-Star team. First time in his career.
Yeah, no, that's
38
awesome.
years old.
That's incredible, and I hope he enjoys it. There have been a couple seasons in the past where I felt he might have been snubbed, but this year I'm glad he made it, and he's a classy guy. I'm glad he made it.
AJ Burnett had been talking about quitting, actually, about retiring, but putting up all-star numbers. Good for him. Notable snubs include A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez,
Yes.
Dustin Pedroia,
Boo.
Jake Arrieta, and it was going to be your boy, Clayton Kershaw. Not superstar numbers this year.
Real close.
But record-breaking numbers
The
last
news
year.
broke this morning that he's going to be in there.
Yeah, he's in. What do you think about A-Rod, though? 284, 16 home runs?
I think he wasn't. I think he wasn't selected purely from a PR standpoint.
People are tired of
People don't want to see
his
him.
act.
People
Okay.
don't want to see him outside of the Yankees fans. No one has forgiven him. Seriously.
You know what? I was at the World Baseball Classic. This would have been about like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
There were Yankee fans in front of me. They cheered Derek Jeter and they booed A-Rod. A-Rod playing for the U.S. national team.
Oh,
they
man.
booed him. I booed him too. So
That's sad.
whatever. He's A-Rod. He'll cry in all of his millions of
Yeah,
dollars.
he'll cry while he's sleeping on a bed of money. No big deal.
What are your thoughts about Dustin Pedroia? Another solid season. 306, 9 home runs, 33 RBI, leadoff position.
Well, who was named to the second base nominee? I'd have to ask you.
Well, it wasn't Cano. It was the Jose Altuve.
Oh,
Jose
yeah.
Altuve.
No, he's the all-star. He's
yeah.
the best second baseman in baseball.
Yeah,
Absolutely. That
but
makes sense.
there isn't room for Pedroia somewhere.
He doesn't hit enough, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Jason
306.
Jason Kipnis is battling for the batting title in Cleveland at second base and stealing way more than Mr. Pedroia.
All right,
I'm sorry.
Well, what do you think about Jake Arrieta? Hard luck pitcher, similar to Felix Hernandez. Doesn't get the wins that he should get, but an 8-5 record, 280 ERA, 110 Ks, man.
I know.
110 Ks.
Unfortunately, there's a limited number of spots and only a certain amount of people can go.
All right.
That's the rule. It's
All
unfortunate.
right. Well, okay, so the first half of the season was a little bit of a disappointment for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
In
I
some
think it's a
respects.
disappointment.
In some respects. I would have to say I'm pleasantly surprised with what we've discovered in the depth in our rotation,
Okay,
with gems like Mike Montgomery showing up.
sure.
We have had some dark days, but Paxton, before he got hurt, was incredible. He was lights out. Taijuan Walker, before today, was, like, in the last 2 months, was the best pitcher in baseball. Felix has been Felix, with that one notable exception that I mentioned earlier. I'm impressed. It was supposed to be a source of strength for us, but it's actually a deeper source of strength than we thought.
Man, I have a more dystopic view on this than you do.
Okay.
I'm sure there's doom and gloom. If a meteor were to hit us, not me or you, or the studio, or our fans, not hitting any of us, but if the meteor hit Howard Lincoln's house, we'd be all better off. But I'm not advocating for interstellar attacks on Howard Lincoln. I advocate attacks on Howard Lincoln from Matt Page on our website, seattlesideup.com. Well, this week we're going to have a great breakdown. You have an article getting ready for us.
Getting ready for a breakdown on where we stand as a season, kind of a season, status report as far as where we are, where we're going, what we can expect going forward, maybe some ideas on what we can do, and then later on this month, we're gonna offer a feature on what we could potentially do at the trade deadline as well, with all our contributors pitching in to add their thoughts.
Excellent, thank you, Matthew. Well, come back for us next time on SSU TV. Look for his article on seattlesideup.com. Thanks for joining us, and have a great day.